soil is at least 1/2 poop. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
Here's Arthur. He came to say hello. Say hello, Arthur. Say hello. Wave your hand. Let's go look at the garden. Let me grab my crack. All right, we're out here. We're out here in the garden, giving you some updates. That's right, second garden update of the year. Didn't think it would happen, but it would. Banana's doing pretty good. There it is. That's the banana. Happy banana. When I go out to the garden, a lot of times I bring a bowl to put things in. And part of why we're doing this now is we're gonna cook dinner with some of the stuff from the garden today. So here is my main tomato patch. And what you may notice is that I clipped out all of the bottoms, all that bottom stuff. I strongly neglected these for a long time, and I came through and I just like whacked all the dead stuff. Until very recently, actually, there was a lot of tomatoes that were just exposed here, and the extra light let them ripen a little bit more quickly. But we had almost no losses to predators, which was very nice. And what you can see is that as I've trimmed the bottoms, the top part is continuing to grow pretty nicely. We're gonna cook with some tomato greens today, which is like a trendy thing to do. I've never done it before. So I saw it on the internet. I wanna see if it's worth doing. You don't actually eat the tomato greens, but you use them for flavor. So I think I'm gonna take this guy because it looks pretty healthy, and I think that's all the tomato green we need. Also, something I've been doing a lot of this year that's been working quite well is I picked the tomatoes early. So back here you can see we've got some color on this one. This is an early girl. You can see there's some color here and just a couple damaged spots. This is not ripe at all. Well, this is not ready to eat. However, as soon as there's some color on the tomatoes, you can pick them and they'll just ripen on the counter, and there are a few less predators inside than outside. So I've been doing a lot of that this year. And then I also, you know, we've got some stuff like that. You know, that's probably like a bird picking at the tomato or whatever. And those I just pick and I kind of just chuck them. I'm talking quietly. John's scratching his nose, so I don't know what was happening. But a lot of times I just take them and then I throw them over there. And I just got it in the bag. I hope you got that on camera. Interesting things that are happening here. This heirloom, I think this is like a big Amish tomato. You can see I took the whole bottom out of there. And so we just have this upper plant that looks goofy as hell. And it's growing into this moonflower patch. And the moonflower is growing into it. So they're bonded now and cannot be separated. So that's not ideal, but that's how our garden works. The moonflower is a very beautiful flower. I want to say that I think there's moonflowers on the Netflix show Dark, maybe? Some Netflix show had them, and they look pretty cool. Strawberry patch is done. You can see it's just hanging out. And then this is the volunteer tomato patch. So this were planted by dogs through natural planting methods, and we'll be eating a bunch of these tomatoes in tonight's dinner. We have a ridiculous amount of these. This plant has just gone absolute bananas, and I'll show you briefly here. If you pick up the whole plant like so, look at the undercarriage, where it's just a field of fallen cherry tomatoes. And I know what's gonna grow here next year. It's gonna be cherry tomatoes. Behind this, I think in the last update, there was some plants right here, and I was like, I don't know what that is. They were cucumbers. And so this is a cucumber vine back here that we've let go higgledy-piggledy. It's all up in the business of this other plant here too. Okay, so that's not even connected to anything, and you can see it's still flowering. Like, I didn't just break that. That was just here. Huh. Anyways, our blackberry has been doing exceptionally well this year, and you can see that it's really cascading over here, but it puts out these really nice berries, and there they are, and you can just eat them. Here's our sunflowers, and they're doing tremendous. So this is, we've got some mammoth varieties, and every single time I've been out here, what you can see is that the bees are all up in this business. That's right, they're like, oh man, it's a pollen party, let me get some of that good. I have never not seen a bee on these flowers. So these started popping maybe like a week ago, week and a half ago. And they're very pretty, but you can see they're starting to get real top heavy. And then we also have a smaller variety here, which you can see it just has more flowers, more small individual flowers. Courtney's a big fan of black flowers. I think these are black petunias. So Courtney's, you know, the goth girl lives on. This tomato looks terrible right now, but it's because I didn't water it today, so it's being a little bit dramatic. But this is our Amish paste tomato. It's kind of like a Roma, good for sauce. And it's been one of our most prolific tomato plants by far. I don't know what the hell to do with it. Like half the plant's down here, but it's like putting out so many tomatoes. Like I don't want to give it up. So I'm just letting it be weird. And then in a weird turn of events, we have a volunteer pepper plant. So this guy right here, you can see it has some little chilies on it. We did not plant that, and I don't imagine my dogs did that. So maybe it was a bird or a squirrel or possum or some shit. I don't know. Here's a green bean patch. So we had garlic here for half the season, and then we've been growing beans ever since. And it's been so successful this year that I am tired of eating green beans. I don't want to eat no more green beans. So we got to preserve them. We got probably like 3 different varieties in here. Here's a green bean. All right, over here we've got like one random green bean plant. And then we got basil, several basils. And the basil's been interesting this year. I've been trying the method that I've seen several times, several ways, which is that when you harvest the basil, you pick a top so that it will continue to branch out. And it's actually worked really well this year. So let me show you how you do that. So when you need some basil for a meal, you look at the plant and then you pick above a node. So you can see this is like the top. This is where the plant keeps growing. This node here, we can pick it right above that. So we have our basil, and then this plant will just do whatever. It'll grow in a different direction. Maybe I'll grab some parsley as well. Here's our solo tomato over here. It's a lemon boy. You can see we're still making tomatoes. The zucchini and squash didn't do nothing. It like grew too big and then, I don't know, it bit it. I still have some plants, but nothing ever got fertilized. I think what was happening, some critters were eating that. I don't know what. This cucumber patch, we got some yellow cucumbers, which that's a sign that the plant's dead. So forget about it. This is what's left of the tomatillo. We got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of tomatillos. You can see there's still some on here. These ones turned yellow after a while. I don't know why. Jalapeno's doing okay. I think we got like one nice pepper. We got a couple small ones, but there's one nice big one, which I'll just pick. There it is. Big pepper. And then this one is a large red cayenne. I have not let any of them get red, but you can see they have like this, it's almost like a needle-like pepper. And I've been enjoying these on ramen noodles. It's good chili for that. Here's a classic Fresno. Looks nice. Well, there went part of the plant. It's fine. And then the star of the show this year has actually been our habanero plant. You know, it's not very big, but it's been super prolific. And I made some nice hot sauce with these. Here's a mostly ripe one. Excellent flavor, excellent heat. Maybe I'll just show you the hot sauce real quick. All right, here's the hot sauce that I made. And the reason that this hot sauce is special is I used only habaneros from our garden. And then I roasted 3 heads of garlic that we grew. I slow roasted them and blended them in. So this is like a vampire killer hot sauce. Bunch of lemon, some rice vinegar, some carrot. It's good. And that's our garden update. Hope you enjoyed it. And I imagine because we have very little backup content that this episode will come out around the same time as the pasta dish that we're gonna make tonight, using a lot of stuff that we picked. So that is an update on the garden. Goodbye.